Hello students, dear all 8th class students, welcome to our maths class. So, of course, you know we are continuing our linear equations, last few problems left, and today and tomorrow we are going to complete that chapter, linear equations in one variable. So, total 4 exercises, now we are in the 4th exercise. Students, all of you open the textbooks because theory questions, these are all theory questions. You have to read the question, you have to understand. If you don't read the question, then if I write steps, then you will get a lot of confusion. Why the step is coming, why plus, why minus, why fraction, why it is like that. You will get a lot of doubts. So first you have to read the question. This is 57 page number. Students, all of you open your textbooks. 57 page number. 57 page number. 57 page number and fifth question. Fifth question. Fifth question, all of you read it. We are in exercise 2.4, last exercise 2.5. Fifth question. Find three consecutive numbers. Three consecutive numbers. See here. We have to find three numbers. Three consecutive means serial numbers. Consecutive numbers means 5, next number 6, 7, 3 consecutive numbers, serial numbers, one after the other. Consecutive means one after the other. 5, 6, 7, like that. One after the other. Three consecutive numbers. Suppose the first number is x. First number is x. What is the next number? X plus 1. Next number is, see here, first number suppose x, next number plus 1. 5 means 5 plus 1, 6. 5 plus 2, 7, like that. This is 1. If 1 is added to this, we will get this. If 2 is added, we will get this. See here. Let three consecutive numbers be x. Next number is x plus 1. Serial numbers, 1 difference. If this is x plus 1, next will be one more added to this, x plus 2. I am taking the numbers like this. So, remember this first step. Let three consecutive numbers be x, x plus 1, x plus 2. Then what happens? Given. See here. What is given? Don't write. First, you read the question. Don't write anything. Read the question. Find the three consecutive numbers such that if they are divided by, the first number is divided by, see the question, divided by 10. First number divided by 10. See the order. Second number divided by 17. See the question, divided by 17. Third number divided by 26. First number divided by 10. See the question. Second number divided by 17. Third number divided by 26. So this value is equal to, sum of their coefficients is equal to, 10. First number divided by 10, second number divided by 17, third number divided by 26. Sum of these coefficients, sum means plus of these fractions. After dividing, you will get three fractions, no? Sum means plus. So, sum of these three fractions is equal to 10. Read the question. Sum of their coefficients will be 10. That's all. This is given. How I prepared this, you have to know, you have to understand. Three numbers are taken like this. First number divided by 10, second number divided by 17, third number divided by 26. So after dividing we are getting 3 fractions. So if we add these 3 fractions, these 3 quotients or fractions, the answer is 10. It is given in the textbook. Now we got the equation. Solve it and get x value. So for that we have to take the LCM. This LCM is a little bit difficult here because 17 is not having any factor. So take the LCM of 10, 17, 26. Take LCM. Take LCM of 10, 17, 26 and write down the denominator and then write the numerator. Do it. Two fives are 17. No, you can't divide 17. 2 13s are 26. No, same. 2 into 5 into 17 into 13. Very big number we are getting. Very big number. 2 into 5 into 17 into 13. That is the LCM process. You know the procedure of taking LCM. 10, 17, 26 LCM. So 2 5 times, 17 not divisible, 2 13 times. So there is no number which divides it as it is. 2 into 5 into 17 into 13. This is the big LCM we got. See this. 2210. Now 10 how many times? 10 221 times. 221 into x. 17 how many times? Very big simplification. 17 how many times? 2210 17. 130 times. 17 130 times. 17 130 times. 26 2210 26 how many times? 26 how many times? 8 6 are 24, 2 8 2 are 16 plus 2 18. This is 7. Times 26 85 times into numerator x plus 2. That is the fraction you write down. So you know how to take the LCM. I took the LCM. LCM is a very big number. 2210. 10 221 times 221 into x. 17 130 times 130 into x plus 1. And this 26 is how many times? 26 is 85 times 85 into x plus 2. That's all. Or if you you can take one term to the right side and you can do that simplification also. Anyway, one big step we got, and after that we will get simplification. Right side is 10 only. Right side is 10. Do it. 221x 130 into x 130x 130 into 1 130 85 into 8 85 into x 85x 85 to the 170 is equal to 10 into this is in multiplication. This will go up. This is in the denominator. This will go up and become multiplication. 221, 130, 85. Add these two. 3. 221x, 130x, 85x. Like terms. Because same x, no? You add all these three x terms. 6. 436x. 221 plus 130 plus 85. 5 plus 1, 6. 2 plus 5, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 8, 13. 1, 1, 1, 2, 436. X plus 130 plus 170 is 300. 2, 2, 1, 0, 0 into 10. Take plus 300 right side. 436x is equal to 22100 minus 300. X is equal to 22100 minus 300. Subtract it. 22100 300. If you subtract, this is 0 0. Subtraction. Subtract 300. 11 minus 8. This subtraction, this is a value by 436 will be in the denominator. It will be in the denominator. 436 is into, it will go down, and this is the x value. That's it. See, concept is simple, but simplification is very difficult because the 17 we don't have factors. So LCM is a big number. 10 221 times 221 into x 17 130 times 130 into x plus 1 26 85 times 85 into x plus 2. So if you want little easy, you take one term to the right side, and then if you simplify, there will be small difference like that. One term to the right side, take LCM only for these two and LCM for this and this, the right side. That also you can do. After that you can cross multiply. Divide this number by 436. 21800 by 436. 218 2 times. 250 times. So finally the value is 50. You can divide. You can divide with 2 table, 4 table, like that. You see, go on simplifying this. You will get finally x is equal to 50. So 50, x is equal to 50. X plus 1 means what is the next number? X plus 1, 50 plus 1, 51. Next number is x plus 2. X plus 2, 50 plus 2, 52. So the numbers are 50, 51, 52. These are the numbers. 50, 51, 52. 50, 51, 52 are the numbers. So we require 3 numbers, serial numbers. So this is the answer. Concept is very simple. First number divided by 10, second number divided by 17, third number divided by 26. In the textbook it is given. So if you add these two fractions, it is 10. It is given. But only simplification is taking lengthy procedure. So big numbers we got. But you just practice it. After this, again do it once again. You can do. You can understand. So write down here, and I will this, if you take it to the right side and simplify, then cross multiply. Little small, same process, but numbers will be somewhat smaller. So write down. 32 are the numbers, so you practice this once again. Do the simplification and all. All of you read the sixth question. Read it for 2-3 times. Students, write your branch names and read that sixth question. See here. Sixth question. In a class of 40 students, number of girls is 3/5 of the number of boys. Find the number of boys in the class. See, there is a class. There are boys, girls. Total how many students? Total, the number of students in the class total is 40. In a class of 40 students, total 40 students in the class, there are some boys, there are some girls. So find the number of boys in the class. See here. We don't know the number of boys. Let us take the number of boys as x. See here. Number of girls we don't know, number of boys we don't know, but total we know 40. See here, how I am solving. Don't write. Let boys is equal to x. Then, how many girls? See, boys is equal to x. Then what will be the number of girls? Boys is x. Girls is 3/5 of the number of boys. 3/5 means what? 3/5 means 3 by 5. 3/5 means what? 3 by 5. 3/5. Girls is equal to 3/5 of number of boys. 3/5 of number of boys. Given. It is given. Boys I am taking x. No doubt in that. But this is a confusing. Girls is, number of girls are 3/5. Read the textbook. 3/5 means 3 by 5. 3/5 means 3 by 5 of number of boys. Whatever boys are there, in that 3/5 are the girls. Remember this step. Remember next step also. Total. How many boys? X boys. How many girls? 3x plus 5 girls. 3x by 5. 3x by 5 girls. Girls, boys. Boys plus girls, total how many? 40. It is given in the question. Total strength of the class is 40. Boys are x, girls are 3x by 5. Total is 40. We got the equation. Here onwards, it is very simple. But getting this second step, third step is very difficult. You have to understand. It is very clear that girls are 3/5. 3/5 means 3 by 5 of boys. That means 3x by 5. These are the girls. These are the boys. Total how many? 40. It is given. Total strength is in the class is 40. Now, take LCM on the left side and do it. Nizampet branch students. Five LCM. If there is no denominator, take it as 1. 1 5 times 5x. 5 1 time 3x. By 1 5 times 5 into x 5x. You know how to add the fractions. 5 1 time 1 into 3x 3x is equal to 40. 5x plus 3x is 8x. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 that side, 40 into 5 that side, it will be multiplication. 5 is taken to the right side into 5. 8 if we take, what happens? 8 is in multiplication, it will be in the denominator. 40 into 5 by 8. 40 into 5, this 8 is in multiplication, it will be in the denominator. So do the simplification. See here, 40 into 5 by 8. Look at this. 40 into 5 by 8. 8 ones are 8 fives are 40. 5 into 5 25. Number of boys is equal to 25. Answer. This is the process. Boys are 25. Girls are 3/5 of 25. It will be 15. So 25 plus 15, 40 total class strength. Here onwards, you know, I need not explain, only here onwards. So the up to the second and third step only you have to understand. Boys, no confusion. Whenever if it is not known, we take x. But girls, how it become 3/5 x? Boys, okay, I took x. But why I took girls as 3/5 x? It is given in the textbook. Girls are 3/5. 3/5 means 3/5 of boys. Total boys plus girls. Total strength is 40. It is given in the textbook. 5 LCM. 1. If there is no denominator, by 1. 1 5 times 5 into x. 5x plus 3x. 8x. 5 will be in multiplication. 40 into 5 by 8. 8 5s are 40. 5 5s are 25. Number of boys is equal to 25. Only number of boys is asked for, so we got 25 over. That is the answer. So once again read the question and see the steps. And if it is if you understood it, read the next question. Badangpet, Jadcherla. Read the 7th question. See, question to question it is different. There is no rule. First question different, second question different, third question different. All are lot of confusion. So you have to practice many times and to get the concept. So all are difficult models. Generally in any chapter, so all the problems will be on one formula, one same concept. But here this chapter is different problems, different models. There is no particular rule formula for the problem. So a difficult chapter, this is very difficult chapter, you have to practice it, and of course tomorrow we will complete. So 7th question you read. 7th question. Sattupalli Kushaiguda. Seventh question. After 15 years, Mary's age will be 4 times of her present age. After 15 years, Mary's age will be 4 times of her present age. Find her present age. Mary's present age. We don't know the Mary's age. Let it be x. Mary's present age is equal to x. That we will take. Mary's present age is equal to x. Now, after 15 years, Mary's much? You tell me. Presently she is X years old. Present age of the Mary is X years. After 15 years, age will increase by 15. Suppose presently 10 years means after 15 years what will be her age plus 15. After 15 years she will become 25. So present age X means after 15 years 15 increase. X plus 15. Present age is X. After 15 years Mary will become X plus 15 years age. After 15 years. X plus 15. Okay. So there is one relation between these two you have to understand. What is given relation? One relation is given between these two you have to understand. After 15 years, Mary's age is X plus 15. After 15 years, Mary's age will be 4 times 4 into or bracket same 4 times. After 15 years Mary age is like this, but after 15 years Mary age is equal to Mary's age will be 4 times 4 into her present age. That's all. Over. Question is over. From here you know how to solve. Mary's present age is X. After 15 years she will become X plus 15. After 15 years what will be her age? Add 15. So after 15 years Mary's age is 4 times her present age. Present age is X. This is given in the textbook. From the textbook only I prepared this equation. Now simple. X plus 15 is equal to 4x. All x terms one side, x is here, plus 4x this side, minus 4x, plus 4x this side, minus 4x, plus 15 that side, minus 15. X minus 4x is minus 3x is equal to minus 15. X cancel. 15 by 3 is equal to 5. So Mary's present age is 5 years. Oh, this is the procedure. Mary present age I took it as X. After 15 years she will become X plus 15. But after 15 years age is 4 times of her present age. So this is 4x. X plus 15 is equal to 4x. X plus 4x this side minus 4x plus 4x this side minus 4x plus 15 that side minus 15. X minus 4x minus 3x minus cancel. 15 by 3. 3 5 times. So x is equal to 5 answer. Read the question and understand it. And after understanding this, go for the next problem. Let us do that 8th also and then we will conclude. 8th also let us try. Eighth question, you read the question. Eighth question. Arvind has a kiddie bank. It is full of 1 rupee coins and 50 paise coins. It contains 3 times as many 50 paise coins as 1 rupee coins. So 1 rupee coins are 3 times the 50 rupees coins, 50 NP coins. So 50 NP and 1 rupee coin, like this. 1 rupee coins, 50 NP. Like this we have 50 NP coins and 1 rupee coins, but 1 rupee coins are 3 times the 50 NP coins, 3 times. Suppose if 50 NP coins are 1, that is so that is 50 NP coin is 1, then 1 rupee coin will be 3 times. Suppose if it is like this. Like this. That means 1 rupee coins are 3 times the 50 NP coins. Suppose if you have 150 NP coins, 1 rupee coins will be 3. Suppose if you have 250 NP coins, 1 rupee coins will be 3 times, so 6. If you have 350 NP coins, 1 rupee coins will be 3 times of that, 9 coins, like that, into 3. So like that we have total amount is 35 rupees. Total amount is 35 rupees. So how many 50 NP coins are there? How many 1 rupee coins are there? So that total amount should be 35. That is a question. Total amount is 35 rupees. So how many 50 NP coins you have and how many 1 rupee coins you have? The relation between 50 NP and 1 rupee is, if you have 150 NP coins, there will be 3 1 rupee coins, 3 times. 150 NP, 3 1 rupees. Another 150 NP, another 3 1 rupee coins. Another 150 NP, another 3 1 rupee coins. Like that, total should become 35. So how many 50 NP coins are there? That is the question. Read the question once again. Read the question. See here. It contains 3 times as many 50 paise coins as 1 rupee coin. See here. Let 50 paise coin, 50 paise coins, let us take it as x. 50 paise coins, let us take it as x. Then 1 rupee coin. How many 1 rupee coins we have? 50 NP coins. If 150 NP coin is there, so 1 rupee coins are, see here, 3 times, that is 3x. 50 NP coins, 1x means 1 rupee coins will be 3 times of 50 NP coins, 3x, that is given. See the problem. 50 NP coins x, 1 rupee coins 3 times of it. So total amount, see here, how much amount we have? 35 rupees. 35 rupees is our total amount. See here, how many 50 NP coins we have? X 50 NP coins. Suppose we have 10 50 NP coins. 50 NP coins are how many? Say 10. What is the amount? How many rupees we will get? 50 NP coins are 10. 50 NP coins are 10 means how many rupees? 50 into 10, 500 paise. 500 paise means you have to divide it by 100, because to convert NP into rupees, we divide it by 100. So this is 005 rupees. So 10 50 NP coins means 50 NP coins are 10 means that is 5 rupees. So same way, so x 50 NP coin means in rupees, 50 M means half rupee. X 50 NP coin. Suppose we have 150 NP coins. How many rupees we will get? 150 NP coins means how many rupees we will get? 50 rupees. 150 NP coins means 50 rupees The total will become 50 rupees. So we are getting 50. 50 NP coin means half rupee. Let us convert it into rupees because 35 is given in rupees, not in pies. So 50 NP should be divided into rupees. So X 50 NP coins we have. Each 50 NP coin means half rupee plus 1 rupee notes are 3x. 1 rupee coins are 3x. So 1 rupee means 1 only. 1 rupee means 1 rupee only, but 50 NC means half rupee. 50 NP means half rupee. 1 rupee means 1 rupee only. So that is we have total 3x 1 rupee coins. So each is 1 rupee means into 1. But X 50 NP coins, 50 NP means half rupee. Each is half rupee. Suppose if you have 150 NP coins, so we will get 50 rupees. So that is multiplied with 1 by 2. Same I did here. So is equal to 35. That's all. If you understood this, next you know. You have to understand this. 3x is number of 1 rupee coins. Each value 1 rupee only. But X 50 NP coins, each is half rupee. Half rupee. 2 LCM. 2 LCM, x into 1 x. By 1, 2 times 2, 3 is 6x. By 1, 2 times 2, 3 is 6x. 6x plus 1x, 7x is equal to 2 that side. 35 into 2 will be in multiplication. X is equal to 35 into 2. 7 is in multiplication. It will be in the denominator. Divide it. 35 into 2 by 7. 7 5 times 7 5 is 35, 5 2 is 10. 10. So 50 NP points are x is equal to 10 we got. So see here, I will write the answer. 50 pies coins. 50 pies coins are x. X means we got 10. How many 50 NP coins we have? 10. 1 rupee coin. 1 rupee coins are how many? 3x. The triple. Whatever 50 NP coins we have, 1 rupee coins are triple. 3 times. So 3 into 10. X is 10, no? 3 into 10. 3 into 10 is 31 rupee coins. 31 rupee coins, 10 50 NP coins. See the value 31 rupee coin means how many rupees? 30 rupees. 50 10 rupee 10 50 rupees coin, 50 pies coins means 10 50 pies coins means 5 rupees. So total 35 rupees. That is the problem. It is given in the question itself. Total money we have is 35. So 35 over 10 50 NP coins, 31 rupee coins. So total 35 rupees we have. So this is the procedure I explained, and step by step you have to understand. 50 NP coins are x, 1 rupee coins are 3 times of it. 3 times, so 3 into x. So total amount we have is 35. So how many 1 rupee coins we have? 3x 1 rupee coins. Each value is 1 rupee only. So how many 50 NP coins we have? X. In terms of rupees, 50 NP means half rupee. Half rupee. So x into 1 by 2 plus 3x. 2 is the LCM. X into 1 x. This is by 1 2 times 2 3 is a 6x. 6x plus x is 7x is equal to 2 is in multiplication. And 7 will be in the division. 7 5 is a 35. 5 2 is a 10. So 50 NP coins are 10. 1 rupee coins are 3x. 3 into 10 30. So 10 30 is the answer. So you practice this, and once again after this class you just read the question and understand, and you practice without seeing. A lot of confusion, so you practice, and we have 5 problems left. Tomorrow we may try to complete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems, because total 13. So 8 are completed. Tomorrow we will continue, students. So let us conclude here. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.